marketing, entrepreneurship, and all things small business. You're listening to the Jurassic Marketing's Triceratops. Now, here's your host, Justin Miller.
We're getting close to that milestone, Kevin.
100. We need an emoji just for our show. 100th episode.
What would happen if we killed it right before 100?
You think there'd be a revolt or something?
The dinosaurs might go crazy.
The dinosaurs might not like it if they go extinct after episode 99.
Nope. Episode 99, that's what we got today.
That's crazy.
100 will be some sort of celebration. I don't know what we'll... Maybe we should give away some prizes on episode 100.
That'd be a good idea. I mean, your prizes to give away. Not going to cost me anything. How many years has it taken to get to 99?
It's best not to ask questions like
we
that.
Don't want to know. We don't want to know. More than 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's at least that.
Yeah, the first episodes were filmed pretty quickly after we got in this office, I thought. And we've been in this building 5 years, I think.
Is it? Wow, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, your office is where the first studio was.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it was a conference room,
Yep.
and now it's my office again. I'm thinking of making it back into a conference room and just not having an office, but I digress. Hey, we actually
work in here. This could be your office. No one will know where you're at.
It'd be very dramatic.
That's right. Exactly.
Step into my office.
Hold on. Let me turn the lights on.
Yeah. Highly dramatic lighting. No, we are talking about sales friction today. So I was doing some training with our team today, and we were doing call reviews and consult reviews, watching the recordings back.
I bet salespeople love when that happens. They're just like, oh.
I mean, like the sporting people like it, right?
If you're confident in your abilities and you're good at what you do, no one likes to be critiqued or criticized. But if you can take it and run with it and get better at it, then I think the longer you get that constructive criticism, the easier it is to take.
I suppose. I mean, it's to an end goal, especially in sales. You know, your livelihood and your commission depend upon it.
You want to make more money? Listen up.
Yeah, so it got me thinking, and I can give some of the examples of specifically here, but we were putting a lot of things in the way of actually making the sale, a lot of sales friction. So we were adding steps that had to occur before our goal occurred to no other purpose other than adding friction to that process. All those steps needed to occur, but not then.
So friction is on the sales end? We're not talking about friction necessarily being on the buyer's end. This is on the person trying to make the sale?
Well, it's both. It's probably not perceived by the buyer.
Okay.
But if, for instance, I tell you that A, B, and C have to be accomplished before you can sign and take the next step, I just created 3 obstacles in the way. So I guess probably we should give like a real example.
So so some of these are unnecessary steps is what you're saying. Some steps are necessary.
Yeah, well, they might be necessary, but maybe not at that moment.
Oh, okay. All right. Example, please.
Well, I was thinking of the car I bought.
Yeah.
So the Tesla buying experience, I bought it from Tesla. And I actually follow this guy called Delivered on TikTok. I don't know if you've heard of this guy.
Mm-mm.
So his name's Tommy. He's got a lot of followers. And his whole company, all they do is you pay him $1,000 and they negotiate with auto dealers for you.
Interesting.
And then they give you the best deal or the best, whatever your criteria were, and they make their grand. And you don't have to deal with the nonsense that he makes great social content out of the recording of the dealership calls.
Oh, I imagine.
Trying to buy cars.
So for the person who doesn't necessarily need to save the $1,000, but they want to avoid the entire process.
I think that's most of the customers.
Yeah, it isn't save me $1,000. It's just get me out of the nonsense of having to buy the car.
Oh yeah.
I actually like that.
It's absolutely insane. I was listening to one the other day where he was trying to buy a Porsche for someone, and the rep would not. They always never want to discuss price. They want you in the dealership. This seems to be norm in the industry. So he's always fighting that. But this one didn't want to do anything unless he had an email address to provide to her.
Essential.
Which he loves text. He doesn't like email. So this is a problem. And it went on and on and on and on and on. I don't know. I doubt they ever bought from that dealer. But
so how does watching this guy translate to you buying a Tesla?
Well, so buying the Tesla, you place your order with the double tap of the iPhone button.
Yeah. Was it probably the first time that you didn't go to a dealership or a used car lot to buy a car? Like you didn't do it in
or
person?
private party, but
yeah. Well, yeah.
This is the first time I bought a car on the computer.
Okay.
Start to finish.
Click, click.
Yeah. And I think Carvana is similar. Like maybe not as clean. But yeah, like literally find the car in inventory. It was used. You can order your new one just the exact same way though. And at the end of the day, there's a deposit, which I think was $500, and then the delivery fee, and that was just
Mm-hmm.
there you go. It's purchased. It'll be coming. Blah blah blah. Now there's some friction, like to get the car there. They didn't tell you exactly what day, and they leave you like you accomplished this. You're really excited, and then you don't know when it's coming, other than a time frame. Like
I remember the day that it was. You're like, I gotta go to Chicago tomorrow. I gotta get my car.
Yeah,
it's here. Like you're waiting on it, and then suddenly they're like, "Oh, by the way, it'll be in Chicago tomorrow."
well, and look, Carvana like solved that, right? Because Carvana will deliver the car to you.
Yeah.
Or you can go to the vending machine, right?
Which
I think the vending machines are almost done for.
You see them once in a while driving like into Chicago. They're along on the interstate, but I'm like, I am more concerned about how'd they get that car up at the top? How'd they get those cars in there? But
that's the whole fascination.
That is the thing, yeah.
It's not really about like the car at that point. It's about the vending machine and the giant. I think
so you're able to buy this car on the click with $500? Like you didn't have to prove to them that you have the cash or having a loan to buy it?
No. So here's the process. Like it's the deposit things first.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got the commitment, right? You've said, you can back out still. You can forfeit that money.
You lose your money,
up.
lose your $500. Yeah.
But that's the only thing they needed to establish the sale. And then it opens up the dashboard of here's the 6 things to do before delivery.
Okay.
But I was listening to something, and I think it used to be like over 40 some clicks, and they got that like way down. They're like, do we legally 40? Have to have that? Yeah. Do we legally have to have that disclosure before we do this? Like the finance stuff, like you're asking about.
Yeah.
Do we have to do that before we can get agreement on like the price and buying of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Does that really matter to whether or not I'm purchasing the vehicle? Obviously, approval on finance might, but
yeah,
I wasn't finance. I was going to send him a wire. I didn't care about any of that crap. That was supposed to go easier too, but my bank is not compatible with Plaid or whatever.
Oh, really?
I think it is now. They just redid it. I won't call them out
because of this process.
But yeah. But yeah, in that case, it was like it would have been another 2 taps to just send them the money too.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
No, that super simple. Like Amazon's got them beat by 1 click, right? They got 1 click buying there, but that's about it. Like no one's made anything easier than that.
But I'm not spending 35, 40 grand on Amazon on toilet paper with 1 click. I mean, it's a bigger purchase.
The second click is justified.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm sure if they could do with one, they would, but they don't have your card info yet like Amazon does.
Well, that's true too. Would you like us to charge it to the same card you bought the last Tesla with? That's great.
I wonder if that's on there. It might be. I don't know. I bought a couple accessories. I guess I didn't pay attention to how many clicks that took.
See, I like that.
It was probably similar.
So did you feel at any point in this process that any of it was full of friction, as you would say?
No. It
was necessary. Everything was just as easy.
I mean, I have a couple of irritations, but they're me probably nagging and nitpicking. They weren't things that were promised that could have been better.
Okay.
Like, as an aside, not our lesson for today, but the car came with, took me like a week to realize it. This is how much I looked it over, but it came with winter tires on.
Yeah.
The Michelin X Ices. Well, it's not winter.
Not even here in the Midwest. No, that's true.
Nor did I really want winter tires.
Yeah.
So I got those swapped out. I had to buy new ones. So as a business lesson, you never want to have an upsell or a sale right after someone buys something that is like necessary to get use out of what they first purchased.
Okay.
And that should have been part of the deal.
Yep.
But whatever. I dealt with it. It was within their specs. I fought a little, but you really got no leg to stand on. And the tread was like kind of like the minimum you'd want. So those tires are in the trash now. But
wow.
So that was a bit of a nuisance. But used vehicle, right? New vehicle wouldn't have that.
True.
Warranty service, kind of similar too. I got a little tear on I think you noticed there's a little tear on one of the fabric pieces.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me try. So I signed up for mobile service. I'm like, hey, let's do a couple air filters so you guys can make $40. And then let me add this line item of, hey, you delivered this with this tear. It's probably within the used car specs. Like there's a big long list, but if not, I'll buy it. But yeah, so they're warrantying that and they're going to come to the driveway and they're going to fix it.
So overall, a pleasant experience.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's rare. Like when something goes right and it feels well and it feels good, it almost seems like an anomaly in our world now.
It is. Things are such a pain. And I get that some purchases are complex. Like our services can be somewhat complex. Most people don't come in with, I want a 4x6 postcard with this thickness and this coating, and I know what list I need to. It just doesn't happen that way. So there are a lot of details and a lot of factors, but that shouldn't get in the way of coming to a basis of agreement to move forward. And that's how we screw up the sales process is anything that slows it down. If someone's excited, the last thing you want to do is slow them down unless there's a reason for it. Anything that creates like uncertainty, like I'm not quite sure, or I'm not sure if I can fix that one thing that you could have fixed anyway. If you cause them to hesitate, like, okay, I think Tesla has made it to where you can almost impulse purchase a car. Probably can.
Yeah.
So you get rid of that hesitation. Yeah, you can back out, but it's going to cost you a little bit. If we just send them back to think about it, or, hey, I'm going to email you this proposal with all these details that I could have just covered right now, or maybe later. Sure. On the internet, this usually looks like really long forms, which has always been a debate. Like if you got a lot of fields, causes more friction. We've always known that as marketers, and less people fill it out. Counter argument's always been the ones that fill it out are super serious. So the counter argument still applies. I think as we move forward, though, our willingness to put up with that is less and less.
Totally. I think I wouldn't fill out a form online that has more than 5 or 6 things, where 10 years ago I would fill out every answer because I'm like, I want their info.
Yeah.
And now I want through it as quick as possible.
Yeah. Well,
or I want it to auto-populate because it's saved in my phone.
Oh, that's the other one, speed, right? Anything that picks up speed. And search engine rankings used to have something to do with load times. I'm sure they still do.
Sure.
I'm not deep in the digital field anymore, but, they don't want to send you somewhere that you're going to sit there and wait 2 seconds for it to load. You have to fill your address in. People want the autofill where I type in the numbers and a little bit of the street. No, here's the 4 across the United States that could match. Click one. That's a big deal. But yeah, like the confused mind never buys, friction never buys. I think they got it nailed. I think Tesla has it nailed. And another example I was hearing the other day is Jesse. What's Jesse's last name? I don't know. Jesse, the owner of Savannah Bananas.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And they were doing kind of the same thing with purchasing. And he teaches this when he does some keynotes. He does speaking now, We need to get him in the podcast here.
That'd be good. With his yellow suit.
He's got the yellow. I saw a post the other day.
I mean, you think the red is flashy.
He was like, Spirit Airlines has a lot of yellow planes available right now.
There's a lot to... that's true.
So all the fans are going off. I'd fly Banana Airlines. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. But
why divest yourself from a great thing with something that may not work? I mean, it's like just to promote,
No, but he's going to promote. Like he knew that people would jump on that.
It has become like a cultural phenomenon. I love baseball. But to me, it's like watching minor league baseball. You go for the promotions and the fun. It's not really. They're going to be in Iowa City here at the University of Iowa.
Go for the carnival rides?
Well, that's true. Go for the Ferris wheel rides over and over. Only on the nights where you can ride for free for $15. That's the best time. Because then I don't have to listen to.
Did they just convince you $15 was free?
Dad, I need more money. It's way more cost effective than giving your kid $5 every 2 innings. Hey, Dad, I'm out of money. What? I'm out of beer. What are we doing here?
Yeah, so like the Savannah Bananas fixed like the post-purchase experience. I think they have the purchase experience down too. Like he's really fought and been vocal against like Ticketmaster and Live Nation and all of that. And they have their platform kind of on lockdown to where he hates resale.
Yep.
They have an official way to do that. And he's fighting that system, which is much larger than him. But we put on our other hat, and the fulfillment of a service or product should be fun as well. So at Jurassic Marketing, we have spent a lot of time putting the dinosaur fun into the delivery of our product and our service. And we have a client success manager whose job is, yes, to get you to results, but make sure that the process is good as well. And I think a lot of business owners ignore what happens after people agree to buy. When we go to the Savannah Bananas, they've reinvented the whole dang game. Like, have you been to one?
I haven't. I'm excited to go watch it.
Are you going to the one in Iowa City?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not. But
I just want to see it.
Exactly.
Just to see it. And I'm sure when I'm done with it, I'll be like, okay, now I've seen it. I won't need to go back. It's maybe like the Harlem Globetrotters in a different scale. It's just, it makes me wonder, like, will the Savannah Bananas, say that fast 3 times, 5 years from now, will they still be around? Probably, because people still they'll come up with something. Like my daughter wants to go because the guys are dancing and she's a dancer. And I'm just like, all right, let's go. How much of the tickets are? I mean, they're like $77 for 2 seats that I wouldn't pay $77 for to watch a football game there.
And they're hard to get.
They are hard to get. That's true.
Like, I don't know how Iowa City sold. They probably sold out, but
Because
elsewhere it's near impossible.
I only got tickets because I'm a football season ticket holder and I had first access. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be able to get them.
Yeah, I don't have any, but maybe we should take like a staff trip there.
So you're telling me that if I try to resell them on StubHub, I'm going to get blocked?
Yeah, you can't resell.
Can't do that.
No, only through their platform at Face.
That's so anti-American.
It's like the World Cup tickets right now. That debacle going on. Talk about friction.
Well, absolutely. Well, yes, the cost, the hassle, and then even it trickles down to where the local municipality is like, well, we can charge $100 for a bus ride from the airport to the venue. I mean, it has gotten completely out of hand in that respect.
I have a wife who really wants to go, so we're still looking at that. Right now it's enter all the contests for the free tickets.
But she's got a good point, probably, if she hasn't made it already. Like, you bought a Tesla. She's like, we can't drop $5,000 on a World Cup game.
I'm waiting.
So you know it's there.
She doesn't have to say it. Like, I get it, right?
You know. Still cheaper than the Tesla.
And we didn't need a car, I think, is the key point there.
See, yeah. But
back to baseball. So some fan things from researching this, and you'll have to come back and say which ones are true or not. But no parking fees.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's true in Iowa City. Either way, I could be wrong.
There are some paid parking things. So that's if that's the case, that's $20-$30.
Food included with tickets.
That's pretty cool too. You get a hot dog, get a burger, a Pepsi or whatever.
That's like $30 worth of.
It is. And if you want to go back, that's true. And those kind of things, that all inclusive, it takes all of the so then it makes the $77 ticket a little more palatable when I'm like, oh, we're going to be able to eat.
Well, yeah, and
I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that.
Well, this could be like fake research of mine, but that's what it says.
Great.
I mean, the game rules have changed, right? Faster paced games, all that stuff.
Yep.
Unlike the Harlem Globetrotters, like when they bring up a celebrity or something for Savannah Bananas and say they're up to bat, like they do play against them difficult and try and strike them out.
That's true.
It's not staged. They're known for that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's faster paced, like all the stuff, and even MLB's had been forced to put the clock in now because it was a complaint.
It just makes the game faster. But yeah, it's entertaining. It's almost like a theater production. It's very well choreographed.
It is.
Which I can't imagine how much downtime and practice there is when you really watch it. And now there are like a half a dozen competitive teams, like teams I've never heard of. Like suddenly I'm like the Asheville River Otters or whatever. I'm like, oh, they're in the Savannah Banana League. It's like, it's crazy how, because they got to have teams to play against. You can't just bring the same team on the road, all the time.
Well,
like,
you can, but
I mean, the Globetrotters. Can you imagine being on the Washington Generals that like every game you've ever played, you lose?
I think the Bananas actually have, people know the players though.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work because you can't swap back and forth between A team, B team.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, they have focused mainly on the experience. He's a genius marketer too. He is. But their focus has always been on make the experience good, create the stories. People will tell the stories like we are right now. And it results in these giant wait lists and filled stadiums for something that never existed before. And pretty cool. And if you try and switch that to like the business hat, when people want to improve business performance, they tend to run more ads. Put more funnels in play, add more automation, all that stuff, and don't really focus on the friction of all those processes, all the steps, everything that's in the way. And yes, my Dan Kennedy followers right now are saying, but sometimes we intentionally delay the sale. And I get it, but overall, we need to keep that as friction-free as possible. By the time like we're aware of a lead these days, they've usually already done their homework.
Yes. They kind of already know what they want and what they want. Yeah.
So if like we're putting steps in the way at that point, I don't know. I mean, I get pretty irritated when things don't go smoothly.
When you're trying to buy a Labubu?
That went smooth, actually.
That was another one.
We
that
were
was
a little late
smooth.
to that. But
yeah.
I mean, like the tire appointment I went to, they were 10 minutes behind. That annoyed me. I had to make an appointment. Like, not if I walked in, I get it.
Yeah. I get that.
Whatever. All right, let's talk about specifically in businesses where friction can be created. And it's in all phases. So on the marketing side, usually on the marketing side, it's confusion.
Okay.
So mixed messaging, weak messaging. If your prospective buyer can't figure out whether or not what you're selling is for them, it creates massive friction. So you need to tell that story up front, make it very clear that you understand the prospect, this service is for them, and that they should move forward with whatever the next clear step is, which clear call to action is always ignored as well, or too many choices. Like we have that problem here. Like there are 30 services and 10 variants on each of them. I can't tell you about all of them without losing you as a prospective client. I need to keep it simple, hone in on what works, and here's what we recommend. And if you want to change and explore the other ones, that's fine. But we have people calling all the time that it's kind of like, what can you do for me? It's the wrong question.
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Let's focus that down for you.
Makes sense.
What can we do is difficult. It's a lot. I'm trying to think like fast food, like all the menus got simplified. It annoys me as a consumer, like missing the items I like on some of them, but vastly simplified. And it seems like some of like the new chain type things you see, or maybe they're, I guess not new, but some newer to us, like Cane's. What do we got? Like 4 items on the menu there?
There's not a lot. It's just how much chicken do you want? It's do you want this or do you want this? You're right. There isn't like, do you want deep fried chicken? Do you want regular chicken? Do you want southern fried? Yeah.
And then like right next to that in our area, Portillo's. A lot of menu choices there.
Too
long
many.
line. A lot of people standing staring at the menu.
I
successful.
It's one of the reasons I don't like to go there is that it just takes like I'm not going to a hot dog place for like hot roast beef sandwich. And if you're in line waiting and you're trying, it is a very long process there.
You just want your cake shake and you want to get on the road.
Yeah.
No. I need my 2,500 calories in a drink and we're good to go. Sales friction is another spot. Besides marketing, we can look at the sales side. So the number one is slow response time. So like there are stats in every industry that when a lead comes in, how quickly you get back to them really impacts the outcome of that sale. And yes, because by the time they have identified themselves as a lead, they're ready to do something.
They want to go.
Yep. So slow response time, complicated proposals, like service bundlings, like things that they don't understand what they do or do not need. A lot of meetings. I have a contract company, I won't say who it is, that works with us right now doing some things. And every time I ask a question, they want to hop on a call. Like, no, it's a simple question. Just give me the two-sentence email and let's all save some time here. I hate meetings for the sake of meetings. Or bad onboarding, which is one we are guilty of and have really put a lot of effort into with our client success manager now, really focusing on the handoff from what do you want? Okay, sale is made, you're on board. Now let's serve you. So that process and that handoff is important. And then you can get to like the operations side of it. Depending on what the service is, this is going to be completely different. You know, it could be scheduling. It could be who's going to serve you. It could be parts availability, all that fun stuff. And then finally, trust. So most people don't think of this as a friction point, but it might be the biggest one is people don't move forward if they don't trust you. This is where referrals are so nice, right? Because you get the trust out the gate. But if there's no proof, you don't have that authority positioning, even branding to extent, if that is serving against you, it's a problem. Or guarantees can help with trust as well.
I learned that from you for sure. At least in the entertainment business, the guarantee, if you get to the end of the line and you are significantly more expensive, even if you're more experienced, that guarantee, we still use the exact same guarantee and the method and the writing that you did 15 years ago. And because it works.
Yeah.
It works almost every time when you get to the point where it's like, what do I need to do to close this person? Hey, don't forget, we're going to give you this money back guarantee based on this, this, and this. And it's kind of hard to be, it eliminates those last few objections of whatever.
Yeah. And we have a guarantee here on time or it's free. There are some sub bullets, and pretty much any time it's not on time, it was because the client failed to do their part. So we had to make sure to put that in there.
Sure.
But it says, we're going to do what we were supposed to do.
Makes sense.
That's like the weakest guarantee, by the way, is like, we're going to do what we said we were going to do. But if your competition doesn't have something like that, it is a differentiator.
Makes sense.
All right. So when you're trying to do this in your company, really what you got to do is you just got to step back, look at every step of the process and see where people get stuck. And in marketing, that's pretty easy. It's what step in the funnel, like, is there massive drop-offs? Or we're generating a bunch of leads, but they're not making appointments. They're making appointments, but they're not showing up to appointments. They're showing up, but they're not buying. They're buying, but they're not giving us what we need to move forward to serve them. Each of those always has fall off. There's natural fall off, but find like the biggest glaring, biggest fire, brightest flag and go there. So you can find them. It's hard to do them all at once. So just go through one at a time. And it depends what's the biggest pain point for you right now. But they all need revisited, I'd say, every couple of years at a minimum.
Just one more thing to do.
It's like it's work running a business full of work, huh?
Man, like go to work and actually work.
Yeah. So look at the customer journey, eliminate unnecessary steps. If you have something in your process that doesn't need to be there, even if it needs to happen at some point, make sure that's in the right spot. Speed it up. People like win. They like quick win. I don't want to give away too many of our things behind the scenes, but we try and find quick wins, even if you're doing a mailing campaign that is a long-term build, which a lot of our stuff is. So we try and find something above and beyond that you didn't know we were going to do. So speed, and then finally, make it feel safe and trusted. So make sure they know what they're going to get. Make sure you have proof. The more, the better. And you know what? Direct mail overcomes that last one pretty well for you. So direct mail, as we've talked about many times, is a trust media. It creates trust quicker than anything else in digital form because it's in your real world. It's tangible. It makes you look legitimate more so than other media, and it stands out. So direct mail is great for that. Oftentimes you also find people that they're not marketed to a lot by, I almost said traditional, but actually we're the traditional media, the online marketing. So you have to test it out. But oftentimes direct mail is still outperforming those for those reasons alone. And then you got to get rid of the friction after that, because I doubt you, in very few instances are people responding via mail still. I mean, they used to, hey, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
If you said that now, people would think you were nuts. But we do need to remove that friction. Mail in a check or money order for.
Send it to P.O. Box.
I've done that before. Yeah, it's all to a P.O. Box too, because that builds trust.
True.
My business is located at your local UPS store.
Trust me.
So next time you hear yourself thinking, I need more leads, chances are you can solve it another way as well. And you probably should solve it the other way first, which is finding the friction, automating that process, removing, simplifying, speeding up, building trust, and making the experience as fun as possible. So Savannah Banana style, without the dancing.
Well, I mean, unless that's your thing. The yellow tux, probably, in your office.
Yeah. We have the wardrobe of dinosaur shirts.
That's true. The dinosaur is your yellow tuxedo. That's true.
Yeah, it's pushing me out there just a little bit. I think Jesse Cole honestly likes the yellow tux, but
probably.
Yeah, the dinosaurs I like because they serve their purpose. Anyhow, get rid of the friction.
You don't go around dressed like a dinosaur.
No, they stay on the rack here.
They stay on the rack. Yeah, that's true.
They go on the rack in the studio, unless they have to get laundered, and then that's about it. So remove the friction. Have fun with it. Make it fun for your clients and easy. And don't add unnecessary complexity. Like if you can buy a car with 2 clicks, what you are selling probably doesn't require a heck of a lot more clicks.
True.
What do we got next episode? We got the celebration.
That's right.
The centennial? Yes.
Centennial. Yeah. America may be 250. We're just 100. We finally made it. We made it
quicker than them.
Well, that's true. We made it quicker than America, but
we're going to paint the pools blue.
It's true. We should. You got some kind of big shindig planned?
We should.
With fabulous prizes, indoor fireworks.
We're going to make sure you are watching video on episode 100.
Oh, wow.
We will have some surprises in studio that you won't want to miss. And yes, we will do prizes.
Okay.
I'm not sure how we're going to audit that. We're going to have, we'll do prizes. We'll do text in.
Okay.
And it'll just be kind of like the first ones in, regardless of whether they're watching it right when it releases or later. It's first ones in. So there you go. We appreciate you listening. Like, subscribe, share. Come back next week for episode 100.
Thanks for listening to the Triceratops podcast. Be sure to subscribe and leave your comments. For more information on how Jurassic Marketing Direct Mail can help grow your business, visit JurassicMarketing.com.